project on SSA 800 series. What basically they have done is to separate and to present the three clarified SSAs into the following order, which is SSA 800, which deals on special consideration. I think we have tackled the general financial reports. Now we are dealing with the special considerations, which are all under special framework. SSA 805, that deals with audit of single financial statements or specific elements that you may need to give specifically for certain users. And also SSA 810, that deals with report on summary of financial statements. So let's go through SSA 800. Now, what I intend to do is actually, because this is actually relatively simple and straightforward sort of standard, this series actually is quite straightforward. If you go and read through the standard itself, it's actually quite detailed in terms of the nature and the content of what the auditor or the practitioners basically need to do in order for you to issue this set of audit reports, okay? So I'm going to take you through the presentation format of the independent auditor's report and basically to go through the more clearer and detailed guidance. Now, SSA 800 is effective for audit of financial statements with financial period beginning on or after 15 December 2009, i.e. all financial year ending, say, 31st December 2010 will be impacted by these standards. So when we talk about SSA 800, what are we talking about? What indeed are we talking about when we talk about special purpose financial statements? Okay, what do you mean? Financial statements that are prepared basically in accordance to a special framework as opposed to a general framework. Okay, now in SSA, the definitions of financial statements, when you present special purpose financial framework, you still need to present it in a complete set of financial statements. Okay, including the related notes. And related notes will also comprise summary of accounting policy and explanatory notes. Okay? So what are some of the examples of special purpose framework? Now, I would have it on the board. You can look through it. Yeah. Mostly, if you look at this, I would like to touch on point 3, which is very common for most practitioners to issue, which is ones that relating to financial reporting provisions established by regulator to meet specific requirements that a regulator may wish clients to submit. Therefore, you need to provide an independent report on a very specific purpose. Okay? And to do that, you need to establish a few things. And what do you need to consider as practitioners? The first thing is you need to understand the framework in which you need to report. Is it a fair presentation framework or the compliance framework? Now, when it comes to fair presentation framework or compliance framework, it will be no different from what Lucas has presented in terms of it still complies with, when you adopt SSA 800, you still need to comply to all the SSAs that are intact. Okay? So what shall auditors do when you need to issue a set of financial audit report that's based on SSA 800? You need to understand the purpose of the special purpose financial statements. You need to understand clearly from management what is this purpose for. The next thing is you need to understand who are the intended users of these financial statements. And you need to also understand management's step in determining the applicable financial reporting framework that is suitable. So you need to assess, whenever you issue such independent audit report, is that framework suitable for the nature of the engagement? And in the course of planning and performing the audit, the standard also tells you